welcome to the She Lead Showcase. I am your hostess with the mostest, of course, the shaman of She Lead, Miss Katie Kinsey Baby.
Baby.
Thank you. Joined with me, of course, I did it the right way this time.
Yes, that's right.
She's the Young Bucks Nation sensation, the fire breathing, the Rhodes family Eden. We'll talk about it later. The spice of life, the sassiest senorita that I know, the Hangman Adam Page to my Adam Cole. Even though now we're gonna feud, it's fine. I'm gonna win. um, of course, Miss Y2 Garcia, Savannah. How you doing?
What's up, Katie? I'm doing a lot better than last week. Thanks for asking. Oh
Hey,
my
that's why
god.
I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Yeah, like I have a free night tonight. There's no papers to be done after the show. So if we want to stay till midnight my time, 2 a.m. your time, we can fucking do it.
Hell no, bitch! I got work tomorrow. I've been working all day. I've been working every day since Sunday. A
I'm like,
girl's
I got
tired.
SmackDown spoilers. I'm like, I got SmackDown spoilers to watch.
That is my second note in this. I mean, I already spoiled it on
Um,
Matt's show, but like I'll spoil it again. I don't give a fuck.
at this point, who has not seen
I
them?
mean,
You've
it's
seen
it's
them.
also like not. I mean, Young Kings also spoiled it for themselves. Well, Reek knew TC was like looking something up, and then spoiled
Aw,
himself.
that is the worst way you could.
I just
I
clicked
did
the
that.
link because I was curious.
No, I did that with freaking Wrestle Kingdom because the few people that actually follow New Japan, like I do, posted like, oh, this happened. And I'm like, I'm just here trying to push it on my stories, but in order to do that, I have to open the app, and then that's of course the first thing that pops up on my feed. So
Of course,
I got a lot of shit spoiled for me. So no, that's no bueno.
that's okay. Hardcore no bueno, like CCC.
Yeah,
Um,
big sad.
but before I get into news and rumors, anything you want to talk about that you think I don't have written down? I'll switch it
No,
up.
because everything I want to talk about, I already know you're gonna talk about.
Well,
Yeah,
perfect. Then let's jump into
yeah.
it.
And I was gonna say, and honestly, I can't think of anything. Well, like there is something, but it's in correlation of the one thing I know you're gonna talk about. But if you
Okay.
don't mention it, then I'll add it in. There we go.
Okay. Okay. Whew. Sorry about that. Like I said, I've worked every day since Sunday. A girl's a little tired, but it's showcase time, baby.
Baby. See,
You can
Katie,
actually
even though
see his face now, guys. I'm not hallucinating. He's
Adam
there.
budges in frame now.
Also, the flowers that my friend got me for Valentine's Day, she visited me at work because
Aww.
I was forced to go in. I wasn't supposed to work, but then I had to go in. So she dropped off flowers for me. I was like, thank you so much. I'm actually hanging out with her this weekend, too. So,
Cool.
get you friends that will get you shit on Valentine's Day.
And get you friends that still won't talk shit about Adam Cole despite them being up against Hangman Page for the title.
Yes. Because we respect the Adam Cole. We respect the Hangman. There's no
We respect that we
animosity.
are still the Adams.
We're
We are
still the
still the
Adams
Adams at
family.
the end of the day.
Yeah, we're the Adams family, so.
That's right.
Alright, let's jump into some news and rumors.
Yes, let's please do that.
Alright, so AQA, who had hell of a match with Jade Cargill last week, she got an AEW contract and signed it. So she is now. I looked it up out of sheer curiosity. I think they have like 23 women on their roster and like 100 men.
Really?
I.
But
I
like
I
out
wanna
of
I
the
wanna say I'm kidding, but like I'm not.
out of the like, well, I'll say supposed just to be on the safer side. But
Mm-hmm.
out of the supposed 100 men, how many of them do they use?
I mean, I couldn't remember. I would have to look at the roster again. Maybe I'll do that. I'll do that post show out of curiosity for me and
Okay,
you.
yeah. I just
Um,
want, but it's like something interesting to think about because I know like some people, like I'm not saying that some of the releases that WWE made are justified, but I know that like some wrestlers were just not being used. They're not being utilized. So why keep them under contract if there are no plans for them? If that makes sense.
I agree. All right. How many of those women on the roster are Japanese? Oh, okay. Hold on. That I will look up because JJ asked me.
Okay.
Un momento, por favor.
Sheet.
Just gonna look up the AEW roster real quick. I'll click, please. My
I
computer
have
doesn't want to
4 so
cooperate.
far. I'm pretty sure. I have 4 so far. No, 5.
I will double check you. Un momento.
I'm trying to think of.
Oh god, hold on. My computer decided to lag. Emi Sakura, Hikaru Shida.
Yeah, I got her. Yep.
Riho.
Yeah.
Yuka Sakazaki.
4?
4. On their roster, on their website. Yuka, Riho. Yeah, I'm looking again. Hikaru Shida, Emi Sakura.
I thought Ryu was signed with AEW. I guess I was wrong about that.
Who?
Ryu, blanking on the last name.
Ryu Mizunami?
Oh, yeah. Is it Ryu? Oh,
I thought it was Ryu.
It's
I don't know.
It's because I say Ryu only because it's spelled the same as the guy from Street Fighter, so I could be wrong.
No,
on the pronunciation.
It's spelled the same way. I know.
But again, it could be pronounced differently, so that's just
very fucking true. I think that when I was doing, because she had multiple matches on like Dark and Elevation, and every time I would say her name on the show, I think I was saying Ryu.
Well,
I don't know though. I can't pronounce anything. There's no excuse. Oh, JJ, trust me. It's the lack of diversity for me in AEW. Just saying.
Or not. I was gonna say. Do we dare even get into that?
A brief. Just brief. No, lack of women, lack of diversity. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna throw it up in the air. People take that how they want.
I'm gonna say when all that shit was going down, I remember I was in fucking Disney, just waiting for the countdown. I was sitting by the castle, just waiting for. It was hours before, but of course crowds was already starting to form. So I was sitting on the concrete floor, on the dirty floor, just reading through tweets.
Yep.
Fun times.
Great times. But yeah, so that's that. Moving on. This is a spoiler. For those who don't know already, this is a SmackDown spoiler.
That we all know.
Alright, so spoiler. Sami Zayn is the new Intercontinental Champion. He won it at the SmackDown tapings because obviously they're in Saudi Arabia right now, so they couldn't do SmackDown.
Live SmackDown.
Yeah, they couldn't do a live SmackDown Friday because Saudi Arabia show, the Elimination Chambers, Saturday morning, our time. So, there was no way that was going to happen. End of spoiler.
Just gotta put that buffer in there.
Yeah. I don't even know.
Is that gonna be a time frame as short as it was? Just go spoiler.
No, I mean, I feel like everybody knows by now. WWE tweeted it themselves. They didn't specify. They put the tweet, they put a link. The people are curious Karens, so they're gonna look.
I know, I know, and then the same people are bitching, why is WWE sharing their own spoilers? I'm like, dude, why did you click on the link? You could have avoided said spoilers.
Yeah,
but
I mean, I did this to myself. And I'm just
but you're not complaining about it and getting mad at the WWE for it.
I was just like,
it's not like you're saying, oh my god, why would you do that? It's no,
it's
you clicked on the link.
Why are we surprised? They spoiled 90% of the women surprises for the Rumble.
Yeah, I know, right?
There's no surprise here, folks. So, sorry, not really sorry. We should have known it was. If you didn't know, now you know. Sammy was gonna get that title one way or another.
Well, which apparently is now gonna possibly set up for a title match
against Johnny Knoxville.
And of course, everyone's all pissed about it. I'm like, dude, I don't think he's gonna win, but I'm still here for it. Okay, come on now.
They always have a celebrity.
Yeah, it's always, whether it's a match or just a segment. Shaq, last time they were in Arlington or Dallas for WrestleMania 32, Shaq was in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Guys, Snooki had a WrestleMania match. I don't want to hear anything anymore.
Snooki. Gotta love Snooki.
God damn it.
But really quick. I was gonna add something onto this. Oh yeah, someone actually, because of course people in the comments were, because you know it was on like a wrestling news page where they brought up the rumor about Knoxville possibly being in a title match. But people were like saying, dude, this could be good. What if they bring back like the 6-7 man intercontinental title ladder match? Imagine Johnny Knoxville like going through a fucking ladder or like through the announce table. Like this dude takes bumps. And again, you don't have to be careful with him because he's probably gonna get more upset if you don't hurt him.
I mean, he ate how many finishers in the Rumble? Like
exactly. So imagine if this guy's in a ladder match, even if the sole purpose is just to, like, he's the one who takes the big bumps, like, oh, put him through the ladder, oh, put him through the announce table. He would take those and he would take more, like, he would say, thank you, can I have some more? Like, that's Johnny Knoxville.
Don't be shy.
So I
get some more.
Yeah, don't be shy.
Honestly, now that you bring that up, I do want them to bring back the, like, multi-man IC title ladder match.
The first one was at WrestleMania 32. That's the only wrestling pay-per-view I've ever been to, sadly. But it was awesome to see. It was so cool to watch. And
I just miss ladder matches at Mania. Like, shit's cool.
Honestly, and it was the best matches of the night. I still give the best match of the night to the women, of course, because they fucking killed it, despite Charlotte fucking winning. But
another.
Yeah.
Exactly. Anyways, Matt Cardona, King of the Indies, basically at this point, is the new NWA World Champion. So now this man is the NWA World Champ, the digital media something champ for Impact. He beat Jordan Grace for it a few weeks ago. He's been killing it since leaving WWE.
Yeah, I know he has a shirt that says, like, the Fed was my development. I was like, oh shit.
I mean,
but it's true.
Yeah, like, as weird as it sounds, like, out of context, it's kind of fucking true.
Yeah, I think some people need to realize that sometimes what you have to do is sometimes leaving is where you're gonna find yourself. Like, look what happened with Drew McIntyre. You know, he got released like in 2012 or something, and he went to Impact and he found himself as a wrestler. He found himself, and then he came back better than ever in NXT, and now look where he is now. He's a top star.
Drew McIntyre in jeans and no shirt. Kill me now. God.
Like, give me that Glasgow kiss.
For the love of God. Whew.
Yeah.
On Monday, we found out that the 6th and final woman in the chamber at Elimination Chamber is gonna be Alexa Bliss. Now, I'm not surprised, because you weren't gonna throw in Bayley. You weren't gonna throw in Asuka. Bliss was your safest choice, because nobody fucking wanted Ronda in there, and now she has.
I'm just glad it wasn't. I've never been so glad for a Ronda Rousey match to be announced, because I was like, she's not going to be the last woman in that chamber match.
Exactly.
Because we already know what's going to happen in the men's chamber match, so at least in the women's match, it's fair game.
No. We don't exactly know. There is large speculation on what will happen in the men's chamber.
That is true.
The almighty WWE champion is going to walk out of the chamber still champion, or I'm going to be sad. Anyways, I'm not even going to be able to watch Chamber. Like, I'm going to have to just fucking catch shit on Twitter.
I'm going to try and watch it. But it doesn't help that it's on a Saturday morning.
I'm not going to be home. And I'm not going to be like, hey, I'm hanging out with my friend. I'm not going to be like, hey, I'm going to need, like, 2 hours to sit. Like, no. Like, fuck that. If anything, after the fact, when I come home Sunday, I'll catch Lita's match, because that's one of the only matches I care about. I love Lita.
I care about the 2 chamber matches only because, like...
Those 2, but, Lita, you know?
Yeah, I get you.
That's my girl. Alright, here's the big thing. One of the big things. So, I don't remember how long ago it was. Cody Rhodes said he was a free agent, and he wasn't under contract anymore, and everyone was just like, oh, ha ha ha, what a work, what a rib, you're a funny guy. This past week, AEW, Cody, and Brandy all have released statements saying they are officially done with AEW. Now, here's where
more like Cody adios.
Here's where things get dicey.
Interesting.
Dicey. Spicy, if you will. Nobody knows where Cody's gonna go. If Cody's retiring, there's a lot of speculation. A lot of people believe, because there are reports, that he has been in talks, just him, apparently, have been in talks with WWE about coming back. Listen, let me try and figure this out before I let you pop off. Whatever Cody and Brandy want to do, hi Justin. Whatever Cody and Brandy want to do, fine. It's the same thing we said with Keith Lee, Adam Cole, Malachi, everyone who has been released or left on their own recognizance. I say, do what you gotta do to be happy. If Cody going back to WWE makes him happy, sure. Go ahead. If Brandy wants to stay home and take care of her kid, please do. Cody wants to stay home and take care of his kid, please do. Y'all do what you want to do. I don't give a fuck anymore. Like, I'm over it. If Cody goes to WWE, I do not think it'll be a Stardust, as much as people joke about it on Twitter, and the jokes are funny, and I give y'all props. If he goes to WWE, it'll be the Raw after Mania is when he shows up. That's the biggest... That's when things actually mattered for a while. Because you always wanted the Raw after Mania and the Rumble. Like, that's when surprises were going to happen. Enzo and Cass debuted on the main roster night after Mania. Incredible. The reaction. I still hear it in my head to this day. Because they were so over. Because they had that impact. That impact from the NXT crowd. So, that's a big if. Like JJ said, Cody's he's a businessman. He's gonna do what's best for business. And then Justin just keeps making jokes. If that's what is best for business, and with Vince, go for it. Like I said, I personally don't give a fuck anymore. I'm over it. I just want something to happen, so signed, sealed, delivered, so we don't have to hear about it anymore. Excuse me. Alright, Savannah. I'm giving you 2 minutes. I'm capping I'm capping your rate.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, hold on. This is okay. Wait. Can I say something and then rant? Because it has to do with like the actual rumors.
Yes.
So first of all, I know people are saying, first of all, that it's a work. People are like, oh my god, you're getting worked. I'm like, and if that is a work, honestly, you got me. Because let me tell you, I think it's real. I thought it was real because the fact that everyone's making a big deal about it, everyone's saying something. I feel like if it was a work,
if it's a work, they got literally every single person.
Yeah, I don't know if that many people would come together for a work. But anyways, and apparently it's a rumor again, so hence news and rumors, that the reason why, I don't know about Brandy, maybe she just went with Cody because, they stick together, which, I can respect that, sometimes you just want to go with the person you love. You don't want to stay separated. Fair enough.
Fair.
But I know in Cody's case, the alleged reason that he decided to leave AEW was he had a falling out with Tony Khan because apparently there was like a money issue, and apparently Cody was not too happy with Tony Khan's, like, I guess, more constant visibility with the company. And I think that's just really weird because, like, at the end of the day, Cody, you are an EVP. Like, Tony's the head honcho at the end of the day, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But but
right.
yeah. Here's the little rant now.
A ranting?
Okay. Yeah.
2 minutes.
So to anyone who, if anyone has ever thought that, against what I have said about Cody Rhodes being the reason, or not having any reason, or is not the reason that AEW is a thing, I fucking told you so. Because who the hell would put so much work if he was the reason for AEW, like everyone, including himself, likes to make it seem like, why the hell would you just abandon it over something as possibly stupid as money and attention? Because if you were like, for example, the Young Bucks, who are the actual reason that AEW happened, you would not just leave. The Bucks are already been throwing shade, saying like, oh, we're gonna like continue the revolution we started, because they are the ones who started it. Fuck Cody thinking that it was him. It was not him. It never was him. And this is just proof, especially if he goes back to the WWE. If he goes back, that just further proves that it was nothing more than money and attention. Because he thought that AEW would be the place where he can get it all to himself, and that didn't happen because there's better and younger and just talent that deserves it more that was getting it, and he just could not handle it. And like I said, if he really put that much in, why would you just leave something? Like, that's supposed to be your baby. Why would you just abandon it? If it is as much, if Cody committed as much of what people make it seem like to the company. You know? Does that make sense? Like, if he is the sole reason, if AEW is because of Cody, he would not just leave, especially if he was an EVP. Okay? So I feel like I just feel like I was just proven right when the moment they decided. But if it's a work, okay, fine then. You got me. But as far as I know, it's not a work. Until further notice, it's not a work. So until then, I am right. I have always been right. And Cody was never the face of the revolution. It has always been the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega. Hell, it was more Hangman Page because he had more involvement than Cody has, despite being an EVP.
You went over, but
by how much?
I wasn't keeping 100% track, but I was watching my recording time. But you went over a little bit. But I was gonna let you finish. You didn't take a breath, so I couldn't just like cut you off. So like
I came to a stopping point though.
We came to a stopping point. All right, we're done talking about Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes. We're done.
Yeah.
All right, out of your system. Everyone, take a deep breath.
I don't need no deep breath.
No, I meant everybody. Everyone listening, watching.
Yeah.
I hope everyone took a deep breath. And let's continue.
Okay.
So, through the grapevine, there's been some teasing, some little bit of rumor that the one, the only Stone Cold is gonna return at Wrestlemania for a match against Kevin Owens. Now, Kevin Owens has been talking shit about Texas. Steve Austin's from Texas. It all makes sense. Apparently, as my throat just stopped working. Apparently, through my source, which is Reek, there was a ring delivered to Stone Cold's house, and he's taking bumps to see how he feels. I don't know where he got that information from, but that's a reliable source to me, so I'll take that. Now, will Stone Cold have a match at Mania? I hope so.
I hope so, but like, here's the thing: will people accept it if it's just a quick, like, cause like, what if he can't really take bumps as he used to, but they still want the match? So what they'll do is they'll kind of do like, he just does the stunner and that's it, call it a match.
Well, I think is gonna happen is, do you remember when The Rock had the match at Mania with like the rip-away pants? I think it'll be something like that, like quick to the point.
I'm like, of course I remember. I was there.
Was that the one you were there?
Yeah, the Wyatt family came out, and I remember because my dad was all excited because he wanted to see the Wyatt family because he's like been obsessed with Bray Wyatt. He loves Bray Wyatt, and he loved he has always wanted to participate in the whole Firefly thing. So yeah, and we got to do it at Mania. So there we go.
People like quickies, so it's all good. See, Justin gets it.
So I think sometimes quickies help you finish faster.
Fuck. Savannah. Proud of you. Matt would be too when he listens to this. I hope he's proud. So I think if If he has a match at Mania, I think it'll be like the Rock match. It'll just be quick, kind of to the point, get the huge pop, put Kevin in a good spot. Kevin gets a dream match with Steve. I'm in. Sign me up.
Yeah.
205 Live is officially dead, which kind of sucks because some banger matches happened on 205 Live, specifically Mustafa Ali and Buddy Murphy. Anytime they wrestled, bang.
Hashtag free Ali. I will die on that
hill.
I'm
not even touching that right now.
I'm just gonna say it. Free Ali. Hashtag free Ali. I even tweeted it. That's all I tweeted. Just free Ali.
I'm not even gonna touch that.
Okay.
What I am gonna touch.
But I agree.
Samoa Joe. Specifically, Samoa Joe being in the Ring of Honor Hall of Fame as the next inductee.
As he should.
I'm pretty sure we said it last week.
Yeah, he should be.
I'm pretty sure we spoke it into existence, so you're welcome.
Yeah.
And on the topic of, fuck. On the topic of 205 Live being dead, NXT has a new show. It's called Level Up. It's specifically on Peacock. The debut episode is this Friday, which is the day we upload this, so today technically, at 10 p.m. Again, it's specifically on Peacock. So
10 p.m. Eastern?
Yes.
Oh. Is it gonna be like a live thing?
I think they taped it before NXT this week before Vengeance Day.
Oh, okay.
Because I saw a lot of people showing the screen and people were like, NXT Nickelodeon blah blah blah, because it's a bunch of green and orange and shit.
I'm gonna say I was just thinking because I was pretty surprised that no one's like, oh my god, they're competing against Rampage. Oh my god.
I mean, it's gonna be the thing where it'll just be on I missed the
That's why I asked if it was live.
No.
That's why I asked if it was live, because I'm like, if it's just pre-taped, then anyone can just watch it at any given time. That's just when it's going to be released to the public.
Yeah, I think it's just how they do Rampage now sometimes, where it gets filmed in front of people, and then...
Rampage is weird, because sometimes they do, most of the time at this point, it's pre-taped, in whatever city they're in, it's pre-taped after Dynamite.
Yeah.
But some instances, it's live. I know, in St. Louis or something, it was live. On the weekend of my birthday, April 15th, they're gonna have Rampage live in the Dallas area, I think, and they're gonna have Battle of the Belts on Saturday. So, or unless it's, I don't know if it's pre-taped, but but all I know that weekend is gonna be Rampage live, and then Battle of the Belts. So I'm just thinking I wonder why sometimes they do shit live, but then sometimes they're nah, let's just.
I don't know, because when they come back to Pittsburgh, it's just the one day, so that means they're doing Dynamite and Rampage, which means it's gonna be a long ass day for me, because that means I have to go to work the next day, and I'm gonna be so tired. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna go regardless because wrestling.
Can you take me with you?
Fly to Pittsburgh. JJ said
I really wish I could.
Nobody will be watching. Yeah, nobody's probably gonna watch Level Up. But Justin said, I kind of it seems to be more women-based. It does. Ivy Nile from Diamond Mine has a new partner, so they're gonna be having something on there. They've announced a lot of the matches for the show on Twitter. Again, I'm probably not gonna watch because I'm not even gonna be home this weekend to watch wrestling. I'm not gonna be able to watch SmackDown, Rampage, Elimination Chamber, but I can always catch that stuff via Twitter or when I come home on Sunday. But that's fine.
I was just gonna say, doesn't Corey and Carmella have a show coming out called Corey and Carmella?
I don't know what it's a show they're doing.
Cause I think it's a show because they said it's gonna be on Peacock, so I'm like. Or no, never mind, it's not going to be on Peacock. They just said it's going to be shown on WWE. They just added WWE on Instagram. So I'm like, so is it a show or...
I don't know, regardless of what they're doing, those pictures...
Is it a porno or...
Those pictures they be posting are hot. And
are you jealous of Corey or Carmella?
Both. Listen, people might not look Corey Graves, but I'm a sucker for tattoos, and that man is tatted up. He's not bad looking either, but like, shit, Carmella's also beautiful.
Dang
Most beautiful woman in
Dang
WWE.
it, I'm sorry, just because I thought of Carmella and then I thought of Total Divas and then it made me think of something that was outside of my rant, but I forgot about it because of my rant. Can I bring it up just briefly? It's not even a rant. It's actually something positive. So can I please bring it up?
Fine.
Okay.
Briefly.
I was just gonna say, look, I don't like Brandy. It's obvious, but if they start a new season of Total Divas, I would not mind seeing her on there. I think it would be interesting to see Brandy.
They always need a shit starter on the show.
Not even about shits. Well, and first of all, like, Ronda kind of annoyed me on Total Divas, so I'm thinking, like, if I still watched it despite Ronda being on Total Divas, maybe I can watch Brandy on Total Divas. Because I'm not watching Road to the Top if it's just specifically or mostly about them. But at least on Total Divas, they, like, distribute it, like, between, like, all the women. So I would not mind. You heard it here first. I would not mind seeing Brandy Rose on Total Divas if they ever, like, bring back another season. I would like to see drama start. Like I think Brandy either can start drama, or I just want to see how she would handle drama. So.
On WWE's YouTube channel. Thank you, JJ.
Oh,
so I think it's something with their podcast because the two of them have a podcast. So I have a feeling it's something to do with that. But maybe. I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see.
I only have 2 more things for news and rumors, then we can move on, I swear.
Oh my god. I was gonna say, I'm like, what? We're still on that?
Yeah, these are things that happened like today. Formerly known as Braun Strowman, Adam Shear, whatever his name is. Shears. And EC3 apparently are starting a new wrestling company. It's called CYN, Control Your Narrative. I wish I was kidding. Deadass. And there's a, quote, TV deal imminent, end quote. Yeah. She's speechless. The woman was too stunned to speak.
Like, I don't want to be mean, because I believe in if you want to do, this is something you want to do, like, who the hell am I to try and discourage it like that, you know? But I guess, again, I don't want to sound mean, but, like, I guess sometimes the truth kind of hurts, right? Should I just, okay, I was already being a bitch to Brandy and Cody,
stop
so
tiptoeing around it. Just say it.
I was just gonna say, like, these two, I guess, have not been highly impacting the wrestling world as, like, the Elite has. Hence the reason why I feel like they were able to successfully start AEW. I feel like if you didn't have names like Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, I hate to say it, but Cody Rhodes, you know, even like Chris Jericho coming on board, you know, I feel like it wouldn't have really been possible. But, like, I feel like these names just aren't big enough. But, hey, if I'm proven wrong, I'll give credit where credit's due. But I just feel like I guess that's just how I feel personally about it, you know?
No,
like, does that make sense?
Yeah, there's also a difference between having, like, a wrestling school, like Sean Spears and Tyler Breeze do, Flatbacks. And, like, they've had like, constant schools, like...
pay-per-views.
Oh, they've had, like, constant, classes that come through.
Oh, yeah.
Because I follow Tyler Breeze. I follow their Twitch channel. It's very entertaining. I've won $100 off that. I talked about that before.
Yeah, you have.
Also, Tyler Breeze is so cool. He's chill. He's chill as fuck. I only watch, like, when Tyler goes live. I don't really care about Sean Spears, to be fair, but, like...
You don't care about the chairman?
No, fuck him. He's stupid. So, yeah, that's a thing that's happening. And then this last thing, and then we're gonna move on.
Okay.
Tegan Knox. Nixon... Newell? I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't know. I'm not good with names. Formerly known as Tegan Knox. Had an interview. I don't know when.
Oh, I saw this.
Yeah, I have some takes on it. She said in an interview that her opinion is WWE is going back to the Divas Era. Now, people, as they do, jumped on this shit immediately on Twitter. Do I agree with her statement? Fuck no. Do I think it's okay to attack the fact that she's had multiple injuries to her ACLs? No. Just because...
People were attacking her? I saw her interview, but I didn't see...
People were dragging her on
I didn't know people.
Twitter.
This is why I don't go on Twitter. I'm like, I
Listen,
don't. I heard about the interview and I saw briefly of it, but I didn't know people took that shit and ran with it and
oh,
dragged her through the mud because of
someone
it.
literally like ran down there like she got signed, she got hurt, she returned, she got hurt. Like someone like ran it down, which fuck you. Like it's not her fault. And there, regardless of what her issue is with how she felt things were going when she was with the company, it's different if she was just some outsider. She was with there. That's her opinion on it. I don't I don't think anybody agrees with her opinion that they're going back to the Divas era because Rhea just ran the gauntlet. We're having 12 women in a Saudi pay-per-view.
I want to say
like,
that is like they went from having like only like a match and that was like making history like oh my god women are competing in Saudi Arabia to now like a dozen women now
yeah.
are gonna be in Saudi Arabia competing in matches.
So I don't agree with her stance that WWE is going back to the Divas era, but I'm also not going to attack a woman who's had multiple knee injuries out of her control. Like she busted her knees on TV every single time. Like Mae Young Classic is when she tore her ACL, and like I witnessed that shit, and it was so sad. It's heartbreaking, especially for someone who's like she's worked her ass off before WWE. She worked her ass off in WWE.
The Mae Young Classic was obviously a freak accident.
Yeah.
With the torn ACL, and once you, especially your knees. Again, I took a college anatomy course when I was a junior in high school, and my teacher told us that there's like 3 things in your body that once you fuck up, there's no going back, and that's your brain, your back, and your knees.
Yep.
So once you fuck up your knee, that's it. It's never gonna be the same again. So seeing a similar or even the same injury occurring is actually quite normal once you've severely injured it the way she has. I mean, so people like Seth Rollins are vulnerable. People like Chris Statlander are vulnerable. It just, I hate Tegan has just been the one who's been getting the short end of the stick when it comes to knee injury recovery.
I mean, look at Austin. He literally the last part of his career, he wore 2 knee braces because of his knees. Like, people suck. Point blank, period. No reason to attack her for her opinion. Again,
her injuries, that's just
don't attack her fucking injuries. Like, stop. Like, don't be toxic for one time, for the love of God. You can just say, I don't agree, and move on. And then you can prove your point and be like, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's okay to agree to disagree. You don't ever have to agree. You don't ever have to disagree. You can agree to disagree. And
you can just be like, that's your point, this is my point. Ta-da. And then walk away from the situation. It's not hard.
You could just literally say, I disagree, and that's it.
I hate people so much. Alright. Anything else before we move on? Because every time...
let's move on.
Jesus. I have 2 things for today in women's wrestling history. One of which I'm kind of counting, but not counting, because it was a taping. Last year, AEW, the Women's Championship Eliminator Tournament, it was the first round.
Oh, yeah.
Nyla Rose defeated Tay Conti, and Britt Baker defeated Maddie Rinkowski. Britt would obviously go on to, like, win, because, you know, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. And then, 2019, Sasha Banks and Bayley make history in the first women's tag elimination chamber match. First women to win the women's tag team championships. And they faced Nia Jax and Tamina, Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville, the Iconics, and Carmella and Naomi. Stacked chamber. Stacked.
I'm gonna say, it's a really fucking good match, too.
It was. I mean, and the fact that it was, like, like, when the championships, like, the tag titles meant something.
I was gonna say, there were so many tag teams. I think the only one that was the most, quote, if you're listening, air quotes, out of place was Mella and Naomi, but even then they had been working together on Raw and stuff, so it wasn't completely, let's just throw them together for this one night. but still, they were both were. I think they had good chemistry together as a team. So
I loved Carmella and Naomi together. Like there was like the
yeah,
same energy. It was like hype and it was great.
fabulous glow.
Fabulous glow, exactly. But yeah, so that's what happened today, the 17th, as we record. Last year and then 3 years ago. All right, let's get to the fun part. Wrestlers of the week.
Yeah.
Tag team. Go.
Didn't I go last week, or did you go last
I think
week?
I went last week. I'm just gonna make you go first.
Oh, okay. Okay. My tag team, for some reason, is decided to leave my mind.
No.
God damn it! I just had it.
Put her on the spot. She cracked.
I know I know. I fucked up. Oh, how the fuck? Okay, I'm giving flowers to Roppongi Vice, but how the hell was I supposed to forget? The fuck? Anyways, my tag team is going to the winners, right? Yeah, they did win. If I remember correctly.
Yeah, they won the match.
Of the match on Rampage. Hell of a match on Rampage.
Was a good match.
The Young Bucks. They had new gear. It was fucking phenomenal. That match was chef's kiss. Fucking phenomenal. It was amazing. They came out with the win. And I'm like, obviously, I know they're probably sadly won't be getting the belts for a bit because there's a lot of other tag teams that, especially that are climbing up the top of the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
But they definitely showed why they are the longest reigning tag champs and the best tag champs in AEW. Okay, and I will die on that hill. So, but massive props to Roppongi Vice. I was so glad that I got to get that small taste of their matches in New Japan, which are absolutely phenomenal. If you guys have not seen them, go watch them. But the Bucks did come out with the win, so they are my pick. They probably would have been my pick anyway because it was still a good match, but still, I'll give flowers to Roppongi Vice. But as the Young Bucks Nation sensation,
It only makes sense. I'm going with the tag team that successfully defended their titles at Vengeance Day, Toxic Attraction. Listen.
Yeah, I kind of knew.
Gigi Dolan. Jesus, fuck. Love Gigi Dolan. And Jason Jane's good too. But obviously we gotta give props to Indy and Persia because what a match.
It was really good.
It was a fantastic match. I love what they're doing and the fact that like we're getting the women's Dusties kind of started next week, I think.
Finally.
Well, I think they wanted the men's to finish first and then they started the women's so they didn't like compete with each other.
Didn't they have it before like
simultaneously, yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that.
I guess I could see why, but I guess I'm just used to, again, based off that, having them be done simultaneously. So
yeah, and now plus it gave the women a little more time to like build up storylines with tag teams. So like Io and Kaylee Ray, Toxic Attraction, Indy Persia, Casey Caden. Fuck, there's other people, but I can't. Apparently Wendy True. Fuck.
Show?
Is it Cho? Why am I so bad with names?
I'm worse with names, so it's
I'm
okay.
bad with names and I can't math. What is going on? But her and possibly Dakota Kai, so like that will be interesting. Apparently our there's teams galore, so I'm very excited for that. But back to my point, Toxic Attraction, longest reigning NXT Women's Tag Champions. I love Toxic Attraction. I hope they never lose the belts.
The Hex Girls.
The Hex Girls. Yeah, I love my Hex Girls. So like, I gotta go with my ladies. And I'll say
I kind of knew you were gonna go with them, especially after seeing them win. I'm like, oh, I know Katie's pick now.
Toxic Attraction. Love them. All right, women's.
I'm going with Thunder Rosa. I think we are officially starting the build towards Thunder Rosa beating Britt for the title. I think the seeds have officially been planted.
Oh, they've been planted.
So I honestly thought, because Mercedes Martinez just showed up, I thought for sure she was going to have Thunder Rosa beat, especially because it was no DQ. I thought they were going to pull some trick up from their sleeve to make sure, like, to still protect Thunder Rosa, but still get away with her winning. But that wasn't the case. It was a good match, hell of a good match, and Thunder Rosa came back on top. And like I said, I think those seeds have officially been planted, and I think the Doc's reign is, this is the beginning of the end, basically.
Oh yeah,
Am I upset?
she's losing that
Kind
title.
of. I'm gonna say I'm upset, kind of, but I do want Thunder Rosa to win. I think everyone knows that Thunder Rosa is taking that belt. Has known that she was gonna take the belt from Bray, but I think it's officially gonna happen at Revolution. Maybe not. Maybe Double or Nothing, but
yeah, they don't. I don't think they have enough time for.
I was gonna say I think
Revolution.
Revolution is
If
too
anything,
soon.
it's gonna be like Britt and Jamie versus Mercedes and Rosa.
I can definitely see that happening.
There you go. It's predicted. It's gonna happen. You're welcome again. Yeah, like I have Thunder Rosa, Mercedes Martinez, because that match, especially that spider suplex, Jesus,
Hell yeah,
that was incredible. But
Jesus,
Jesus,
yeah, yes, Jesus, that was a good match.
holy Jesus, what a good fucking match.
Jesus Cristo, amazing match.
This is amazing. But I got two other picks as well. Naomi for showing up in that match against Charlotte. There were so many times I really thought Naomi was gonna pull through and win. My heart really wanted
we
her
can
to
only
win,
hope.
but like,
everyone, I'm pretty sure everyone did. I'm like, let's be real.
listen, but like, that was the best match in a long time for Charlotte in general. But like,
and this is
what?
And this is why it upset. No, I'm saying this is why it upsets me so much that we're getting Ronda versus Charlotte at Mania, because this, I feel like, shows that Naomi, despite how fucking awesome she's doing, she's not getting that title back anytime soon.
Yeah, which is some bullshit.
It is some bullshit. Like, Naomi should be the one to beat Ronda Rousey.
Naomi should have won the fucking Rumble, but that's neither here nor there.
She should be the one to beat Ronda for the title. I'll die on that hill.
Yeah, fuck Ronda Rousey. But then also, I gotta give it to my brutality, beautiful lady herself, Rhea Ripley. She ran the fucking gauntlet. She went 40-ish minutes.
She is
a beast.
Like,
point blank period.
I was like, I can't even like find the words to describe. Like, she, like, it just makes me so upset. Like, first with Naomi, and then like Rhea Ripley, like, she should have never, like, her title reigns are too short, way too short, and I think way too underwhelming. I think they should have done a lot
I can
longer.
agree with that. However, I liked that they showed her like this again. She beat
finally.
Nikki,
the brute
villain, Doudrop, Liv Morgan, and then had hell of a match with Bianca. And the mutual respect between Bianca and Rhea is one of my favorite things because their time on NXT.
It's been like that since the last. It's not this past Rumble, but it's been like that since the Rumble before, actually.
Exactly. So like, and even like back before then, like.
Yeah, but yeah.
I love them. The mutual respect is there. They're both gonna kill it in the chamber, even though I think Bianca's gonna win the chamber. Regardless, it's gonna be fantastic. I love Rhea Ripley. I love that they showed her like this again. I want her to get the title back soon, so she can have Rhea versus Bianca.
I was gonna say that. I was like, maybe Bianca winning the chamber goes on to beat Big Time Bex, and then we can get Rhea versus Bianca. Maybe not WrestleMania Backlash, but maybe like
whatever's after that.
Money in the. I don't know. I don't know the order they do shit anymore. So, but
I don't even think they know. They kind of just like decide.
They're just like, okay, how about this one? Yes. Okay, that one.
Basically.
Should we do it in Saudi? Yes. We should do it in Saudi.
Honestly, like. Manzes.
I couldn't really at first. I do have one, but at first I couldn't really think of one. I was like, who? Like, I was trying to think. I was like, I don't know who it should be. I wanted to give some flowers. They're not my picks because they didn't have a match. But I wanted to give flowers to not just my Adam, but both the Adams, because they're honestly getting me so jazzed for their match, which I'm pretty sure is going to happen at Revolution. I cannot wait for the Adams to compete once again. And honestly, make it a stipulation. Loser changes their name to Leroy. If you don't get it, there was a tweet long ago where they had their last match and I believe it was their last match, and Hangman said loser has to change their name to Leroy. So, like, come on, just make it happen. Or, like, if Adam Cole loses, he's officially going to be Budge. Like, please, just make it happen. Please make it happen. But other than that, they have their flowers. But my pick, I'm going to have to go with Mr. Seth freaking Rollins. Because that main event match with Randy Orton was really good. Like, I thought I was like, whatever. At first, I was kind of salty about AJ losing the U.S. title match, so I was like, you know what? I don't even care about this main event. But I lied. I actually did care. I could not stop watching it. I couldn't look away from it. It was so good. And Seth Rollins ended up winning, so really cool. I think a good rebound after losing at the Rumble, which is very unfortunate because I would like to see Seth Rollins with some gold again. I think he could definitely do some good with, like, even if it was just like a mid-card title, he could definitely do some good with it.
A prediction that has been heavily teased. Seth gets inserted into the Brock Roman match. We get a triple threat for the title. Seth sneaks away with it. But we basically get the WrestleMania 31
I was gonna say it all comes together.
Heist of the century. It comes full circle.
And it would honestly, like, don't get, like, freaking Q Hawkeye's line, don't give me hope. Like, freaking tears in his eyes, don't give me hope. Because, like, let me just tell you, that would be so cool for him to do that after, especially, what happened at WrestleMania 31.
Yep.
He got away with it. It would be cool to see it happen again. Maybe he pins Brock this time. I don't know. But it would be at or I guess not the WrestleMania, but the same building, same arena, same city of the WrestleMania he unfortunately missed due to injury. WrestleMania 32.
It writes its fucking self. And the fact that he almost had Roman beat how many times?
Oh my god. And then he came out in the Shield gear. Okay, Seth, if you're gonna do this...
Shield alone, for that entrance alone, Seth needs to win at WrestleMania. If he has a one streak in there.
Do it, Seth. Do it. Do it, man. Do it.
Becky won't care.
Do it.
Do it.
Yeah. And also I was gonna say, Seth, word of advice. I know you're not watching, but someone send this to Seth, okay? I need to give him some advice. If that does end up happening, don't beat Roman with the stomp like you did at 31, Mania 31. You gotta use the Skywalker/Seth Walker. It's the only way to solidify throwing it back to the Shield. That was your move, Seth. That was your move. You gotta do it, Seth. It's gotta happen. I missed that move. I think that was one of Seth's best moves. Don't get me wrong. I think the curb stomp's cool, but now you have like Britt using it and stuff. Nothing against Britt, but it's not only being used by Seth anymore. So I feel like no one's using the Seth Walker or the /Skywalker, because give or take what you want to call it. But come on, that was your move, Seth. Do it again. Bring it back. Bring back the blood streak. Just give me what I want.
Batista, give me what I want.
Exactly. Do it, Seth.
So your man's is Rollins?
Seth Rollins, yeah.
I got 3. 2 of which had a banger match. The American Dragon, Jake Long himself, Bryan Danielson, and Lee Moriarty. That match was incredible.
You mean Daniel Bryan? Oh, never mind. Sorry. That was my mistake. I don't know who Daniel Bryan is. Who the hell is that?
Daniel Bryan? Don't know him. Bryan Danielson, though. He's a dragon.
I do know him.
But Lee Moriarty, shout out to Pittsburgh. That match was incredible. The slapping each other on the heads, bro, incredible. 10 out of 10. And because he don't miss and he's the A champion, Carmelo Hayes.
I knew it.
Bro, him and Grimes put on a banger.
Yeah, it was a good match, and I was like, I know Katie's pick now. I'm like, Katie's picks, man. One of my picks was gonna be Sammy Guevara, but I was still low-key a little salty only because I wanted Darby to win. I wanted Darby to win.
Okay, you brought up Sammy. Why the fuck is he still wearing 2 belts? I'm over it. There's no interim anymore.
Thank you.
There's no interim anymore.
Thank you. Oh my god, I'm like, those two belts look so fucking stupid because they're the same belt. They are the same belt, Katie.
One has a red strap, one has a black strap.
No,
That's it.
I don't care.
That's the difference.
They're the same. They're the same belt. No, they're both black
I know,
straps.
Safina.
They're both black. Like actually, the actual straps are black.
Well,
just like one of them has like
one has like more colors or something. I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Like okay, so someone
filled
in the lines. Who cares? Like, just keep the one that you want or whatever. Especially because Cody's not even here anymore. So what's the point? You just look fucking stupid with the two of the same belt. You look like a freaking fanboy in the crowd. That's what you look like. You don't look like a champion. It's not like the WWE, like the World Heavyweight and then the World Championship, you know, two different belts, you know, if they were brought together. That makes sense, okay? But no, it is literally, and like even like when Becky became Becky Two Belts, at least there were different.
The two different belts.
Yeah, at one was, I know they were pretty much the same thing, but one was blue, one was red. This is literally a replica of the same belt, and he's wearing both of them. Like, what is that gonna show you? Like, what you like?
Mad
about it. Like you. I'm sorry. I thought I was the only one who was like genuinely so bothered.
I tweeted about it. I know Kenny from Kenny Favorite Thoughts is mad about it every time. I think Pretty Kyle Apron Bump might be too, but every time I see him tweet about it, I'm like, it's true. Like, why?
The minute he won that ladder match, he should have just kept one of the belts. Like, why the hell are you keeping? Like, you might as well keep the one that Miro had, the white one. If you're gonna go around with all these freaking belts, and like, I guess the way, I guess how the hell else he's supposed to wear two belts, but the way he makes it seem like is that like if he's like like Deonna Purrazzo, who has two completely separate belts, from two different companies, like that's not the same thing. It's literally the same belt with the same concept. It's not like one's challenging, it's not like you can have two separate challengers. You're gonna have the same challenger for both belts. There's no reason to have both belts. And it's gonna be Andrade.
And he's gonna take your titles, bitch.
I'm not even gonna be upset at that though.
No, Andrade needs to take the fucking belt. They gotta do something with him, because Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna be upset with him.
Also,
they need to do something with Pac.
Well, that too. Well, Pac and Penta have a match on Dynamite this upcoming week against House of Black, and that gives my little flowers to Buddy Matthews, who is probably in the background of that House of Black vignette. So him and Malachi on the same team is gonna be fucking incredible. I'm so excited. Alright.
It is.
Are you ready for this question I cooked up?
Yes, because you made me very excited when you said that it was like a freaking awesome question.
So I think it's on par with my dream mixed match tag team question from last week.
Okay.
So I was just sitting here yesterday trying to mind my own business, I was like very prepared, like I had all my notes and shit, except for the things that got added today. I did it all yesterday, had it figured out, bada bing, bada boom. This is the first time in a while I've been prepared. I was like, let's think of a question. And then, so it's kind of split in two. So, as the main 6 Avengers, who are you putting from WWE as the 6 and AEW as the 6? So the main 6.
So basically building your Avengers.
Basically. So Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Hawkeye, Black Widow.
Which, by the way, Hawkeye, I think, but even before his series, totally slept on. I fucking loved Hawkeye, okay? When he was totally slept on.
Stop, because I love Hawkeye. Man,
I know, it's just like
so much more respect.
Oh yeah, until he got his series, I started seeing like merch like at Box Lunch and like Hot Topic, and I'm thinking, where was this when I wanted like a shirt for Age of Ultron and shit?
Yeah,
after the first
Hawkeye's just disrespected, point blank period, and it's pretty.
Hawkeye is the most Hawkeye is Hollywood's most accurate archer because he's the only one who runs out of arrows. Katniss Everdeen never ran out of arrows. Merida from Brave never ran out of arrows. So Hawkeye, Hollywood's most relatable archer because he actually ran out of arrows.
Fucking love Hawkeye.
But anyways, my Avengers.
Yes. So I need your 6 from WWE and then your 6 from AEW. I already have mine.
Well, say yours, all I think.
Okay. Do you want me to do my WWE or my AEW?
Both.
No, I'll do one, and then you gotta think.
Okay, do
we'll
WWE. Start with
okay.
the WWE. Start with the WWE.
Do you have a specific person you want me to do or first, or just go down the list?
Okay, before you even say it, do you just like, I guess the way you're thinking about who should be in the Avengers, do you just think like, as far as like, oh, you know how it's Earth's mightiest heroes, do you think like the most mightiest stars? Or are you doing it like, oh, who's relatable to like Iron Man, who's relatable to
That's
Thor?
kind of
Like,
what I was basing it off of, was like
okay.
relatability, like attributes, things like that.
Okay, because then that changes everything. Okay, but go on.
Okay, so my Captain America, John Cena. Like, that's Cap. Right
obviously, that's obviously
that's Cap.
how. Yeah, yeah, I see it.
Iron Man, Seth Rollins.
Man, that's a good. Okay, sorry, keep
He's
going.
kind of a cocky sob, loved,
But you
hated.
can't help but love him.
Exactly.
Keep going. I'm like,
Thor,
I'm getting.
Cesaro.
Dude, you're gonna.
Kind
this
of
is like my dream.
Thor, funny as hell, like underrated. Cesaro, funny as hell, underrated, strong. Hulk, Roman Reigns.
I can see it.
Man's he says smash a lot, and like
dude gets angry and beats people.
You
and
wouldn't
shit.
like him when he's angry. Yo, the amount of shit talking Roman does during a match too, hysterical. Hawkeye, Carmelo Hayes. Listen, underrated, agile.
It's gonna be so.
Like,
can I look at the roster? Just
yeah.
I need to like. This is very important.
And I didn't want to tell you this beforehand because like I wanted like genuine reactions out of you. And then okay. Black Widow, Naomi.
Dude, that.
I mean, Avengers who?
Wow. That's all I gotta say is wow. Okay.
Thank you.
Wow. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll just.
You want me to write yours down so you don't like forget?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me know when you have any.
I already have my Thor.
Who is?
And I'm gonna go with Damian Priest.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so that's my Thor. I'm just going through the roster, and if I see like, okay, they could be like this Avenger, then that's how I'll say it. I'll say it as I go.
Okay.
So, let's see. I really want to throw AJ somewhere, but I just don't know where. You know what? AJ's Hawkeye because they're both phenomenal. Okay. There you go.
I had a feeling you were gonna have AJ on there somewhere.
AJ has to be okay, especially if he's like in the WWE. Actually, I don't know if I want to change Priest to Hulk because I think I have my Thor. Yeah, Can you change Priest to Hulk? Priest is gonna be Hulk.
Who's your Thor?
And then Drew McIntyre is my Thor.
Nice. Okay.
I was like, I couldn't see him as Hulk, so I'm like.
Okay, so you still need a Cap, an Iron Man, and a Black Widow.
Give me Candice LeRae for Black Widow.
Solid choice. I was
gonna. Oh shit! See, this is why. Because like, should I do Candice or Dakota Kai? You know what? Candice only because I know she is definitely a Marvel fan. She is.
That is true.
I think she would absolutely, if she would by some miracle come across this, she would appreciate that I called her the Black Widow of my WWE Avengers.
There you go.
And I just need Cap and Iron Man, the two, the ones that went into war with each other.
Yeah. The Civil War.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the Civil War. Okay, Cap. Oh, but this is gonna be kind of ironic. Never mind. I'm not gonna do it.
No, I mean, no. Do what you gotta do, man. I'm so curious.
It's because I was gonna say Captain America. I was gonna say Edge, mostly for the leadership, not because. But Edge is fucking Canadian.
That's okay.
Okay, well then I guess put Edge as Captain America.
Okay.
Captain Canada.
I mean, in the What If series, Peggy Carter is Cap, and she's British.
True, she's British.
She's British. Well, she's Captain Carter, but Captain America, so same thing.
Yeah, that's true. Iron Man.
You still need an Iron Man, yes. I can't wait for you to hear my AW ones.
Oh my god, Kate, I'm so ready. Okay, but hold on. I do need to take You know what? Iron Man? Put Randy Orton.
Randall. Okay.
Yeah. So there we go. Those are my right. I have all the Avengers. I'm not missing.
Yeah. So, we'll run down. Yeah. So you have Cap, your Iron Man, your Thor, your Hulk, your Hawkeye, and your Black Widow.
Yeah.
So my WWE Avengers. Cena is Captain America. Seth Rollins is Iron Man. Cesaro is Thor. Roman Reigns as Hulk. Carmelo Hayes as Hawkeye. And Naomi as Black Widow. Savannah's WWE Avengers. Edge is Captain America. Randy Orton as Iron Man. Drew McIntyre as Thor. Damian Priest as Hulk. AJ Styles as Hawkeye. And Candice LeRae as Black Widow. And now,
that sounds like a dream. Hold on, just saying, like that's a dream team. But I'm gonna say that sounds like the perfect Survivor Series match. I know it's 5-on-5, but still, that sounds like a fucking good dope ass Survivor Series.
That's 6-on-6 with a woman apiece. So like, I'm in.
I know. I'm like, dude, make it happen. Anyways, go on.
All right, here are my AEW Avengers.
Yes.
Who do you want me to start with?
Do the same order, but I'm just gonna say, depending on who you choose, there may be some repeats.
I guess if there's repeats, that's fine. Because AEW's a little harder.
Go on.
Captain America, Hangman.
Okay.
Iron Man, Kenny Omega.
Okay.
Thor, Miro.
Okay, that one's actually a really good one. Okay.
Hulk, Keith Lee.
Dude. That's fucking good.
My Hawkeye, Jungle Boy. I originally had Adam Cole, but I took him off. I said Jungle Boy's younger, more underrated. Like, let's throw some JB up in there. And then my Black Widow, Thunder Rosa.
Nice. Okay. Shit, Katie. Shit. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna like flip over and pass out. That's a fucking good ass team. Like, oh my god. Hold up. Like, hold the phone. Okay.
She said.
Hold up. Hold up. Okay.
I'm ready. Listen, and
wow.
Then just go through the rosters like you did WWE.
Wow, that's what I'm. Okay, well, I already had some ideas. Okay. For example, Black Widow. I already knew I had to go with the Doc, Britt Baker. Okay. She's the fucking best. Britt is Black Widow. Okay.
Okay.
That's the only one I thought of right off the bat.
That's fine.
But Katie, hold on. This is just too
I told you.
Good.
Listen, this is one of my favorite questions we've ever done. I'm so proud of myself.
I'm sorry for those of you listening, like having to listen through all my noise. I can't. I can't.
I think
okay,
this is
hold
great.
up. I'm trying to look through the roster. Okay. Dang, that's a good picture of Nick. Sorry, I'm
focus, child. Focus.
I know. I'm sorry. Hey, at least
you got 100 men to choose from.
I know this is hard, and of course the only freaking one I had off the bat was the woman, and that's Britt. It just seemed obvious for me. Okay, I'm gonna go irony. I'm gonna go with another fucking Canadian for Captain America. I'm going with Kenny. Kenny is a fucking leader.
So I had a feeling you would say Kenny for that one.
Kenny is a leader. He's fucking Captain America.
Okay.
Okay.
So you still need Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Hawkeye.
This is mostly because of fucking Endgame. But I'm gonna go with Thor. Not saying that Hangman's fat, but Hangman because of the beer. Okay, it makes it obvious, and then he's fucking sexy. Okay, Thor was my favorite Avenger for a bit. Like I loved his movies. He's fucking hot, and so is Hangman. So and they're both blonde. It just makes fucking sense, and they both like beer, so it makes sense.
Okay. So Iron Man, Hulk, Hawkeye.
Okay, I'm done. Okay, I think I still can't get over your team. I'm still like geeking out about it, but I'll stop. Hulk. I'm gonna try and find a good Hulk. You know what? My Hulk is especially after seeing him on Dynamite, like fucking lose it, I'm gonna go with Preston Vance. Like this dude, like just did you see him throw that security guard?
I did.
Like at the other security guards, like holy shit. Okay. So yeah, he's Hulk, Preston Vance, and the dude's huge. Okay, he is huge,
quite big. Yes. So you still need Iron Man and Hawkeye.
Okay. These are gonna be hard. Hawkeye. This is totally biased, but they are both totally slept on, and yet I have so much love for them. So I'm gonna give Hawkeye to Matt Jackson, okay? Because he's totally slept on. Of course, he lives in Nick's shadow, which he does not belong. I feel like Matt. How many? With the exception of Nick being hurt, he's really going to. Nick was really on paternity leave, but like he was hurt. Kayfabe. Matt had
what are you talking about? There was a garage door slammed on his face.
Yeah, and he had blood coming out the other side of his face, but
don't we all?
Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, Matt had a singles match from out of that, and he's never had one since, as far as I can remember.
So who's your Iron Man?
That's a good question, Katie. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna give it to Maxwell Jacob Freeman.
Wow.
He has that loud mouth, like fuck you kind of personality that I think just fits. Jeez. I was gonna give it to Punk, but I couldn't. I'm like, I think people like Punk too much for him to be Iron Man, because I feel like, especially watching Civil War, I think people were definitely more on Cap's side.
Yeah, there was.
But that's just me.
I mean, there was. Yeah. All right, so. My AEW Avengers team: Hangman Adam Page as Captain America, Kenny Omega as Iron Man, Miro as Thor, Keith Lee as Hulk, Jungle Boy as Hawkeye, and Thunder Rosa as Black Widow.
Such a fucking good team. I'm sorry, I'm still not over it.
Stacked.
Go on, though.
Savannah's AEW Avengers team: Kenny Omega as Captain America.
That's right. I'm having two Canadians as my Captain America.
She's out here just being like, Captain Canada. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF, as Iron Man. Hangman Adam Page as Thor. Preston Vance as Hulk. Matt Jackson as Hawkeye. And Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, as Black Widow.
Yeah.
This was so much fun.
It was! Oh my god, that was so good. That was really cool.
I gotta figure out... I'm gonna, tweet it out. I gotta figure out how I want to tweet it, but I want people to vote on which team they like more.
Just say... Maybe make one for, one for the AEW teams, and then one for the WWE teams. So two separate polls.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
I was gonna say, because I know you can do up to 4, but I know people might want to choose between the companies,
Yeah,
I don't think your AEW one can be beat. Like, I wouldn't mind if you won by a landslide. That was so fucking good. I got so excited, especially right when he said Hangman as Captain America. I'm like, oh my god, is this as hot as
he never gives up. He's like the heart and soul of the squad.
Oh,
Cap. Oh god.
You're gonna make me cry.
Please don't cry. Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna cry, but it's Hangman, Katie. It is such a sensitive subject, but in the best way possible for me. I keep looking at my Hangman wall.
Listen, can I get a yeehaw?
You quiet. I'll do a little quiet one. Katie, you just made me want to go on a freaking Hangman Hall. I never went on the Hangman Hall, but I want to now.
Well, there you go. You're welcome. I'm feeling your addiction. You're welcome.
But it's because I'm waiting to see, because those pro wrestling crates have officially shipped out. So I'm gonna see if anyone's gonna do any resales on the Hangman item. But I would like to know what it is first.
There you go.
And so I'm waiting to buy that, and then maybe I'll go on the Hangman Hall.
There you go.
If I'm able to get that, if it's a shirt and I'm able to get that shirt, that would be my 10th Hangman shirt. And then I want more. There's 5 more shirts that I want.
Listen, you got it, baby. But listen,
and my birthday's coming up, so fuck. Someone get me on. So like, I like if you want to come to my birthday party, like if there's even gonna be one, it's on fucking Easter. But I'm like, ticket for entry. Give me a Hangman shirt. I'll tweet out the ones I don't. I'll tweet out the ones I don't have.
There you go.
I'll make a registry like they do for baby showers. So you claim whichever one you want to get me first. That's a joke. Don't get me anything.
This girl out here being like, here's a registry of paying. Get your
just so you don't get me. Just so you don't get me the same shirt.
You're terrible.
Dude, I asked when I got my Kenny Omega jacket from Nerds Clothing, they DM'd me saying, "Oh, we're so glad you like it." So I asked them straight up, I'm like, "Would you guys be making like a Hangman Page one?" And they said possibly. So I'm like, "Well, the fuck? Why haven't you yet?" I would rifle through my savings, Katie, to buy that jacket.
I know you would,
like
Savannah.
Instantly.
I know.
Cause like the Kenny one came out like right after my birthday, so I had the money easily. So of course I bought it. It was dropping. Those jackets were dropping like flies. So I was like, I better buy it now. But the Hangman one, oh hell no! I'm not taking chances. I'm getting that jacket, Katie, if they ever make one.
There we go. So, this has been, I feel like, a pretty good show. Lots of rants.
Oh, I think
some fun times.
It's been a good show.
Some
geeking out over Avengers.
Yeah, some nerd talk.
I was gonna say I love wrestling and I fucking love the Avengers. So if you combining the two was the best like PB&J type of combination that I've ever had in my life.
I mean, you're welcome.
Thank you.
I'm not.
Oh my God,
I'm not the hostess with the mostest for nothing. I literally just butchered my own fucking nickname, but you know, whatever.
Okay. It's okay.
Savannah, tell the people where they can find you. All that jazz.
You can find me mostly on Instagram at Y2Garcia with an underscore. Under that same username, you can occasionally find me on Twitter where I'm mostly just replying to Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. That is literally all I go on Twitter for. And to check the Young Bucks bio. But as far as actively using Twitter, yeah, just Kenny and Hangman are the reason I'm on there. So
she's not kidding. She's not kidding. I promise.
Yeah,
she's not kidding.
I'm not even joking. Like the occasional tweet you'll see from me is replying to Kenny or Hangman.
Yeah, like that's.
And I'm not even sorry.
She barely talks to me on there. She only checks Twitter when I send her the Zoom link. Let's be real.
Oh, I actually need to do Bama's Elimination Chamber predictions.
I did mine earlier.
But yeah, that literally those predictions and Katie's Zoom links are the only reason why I really have to go on Twitter.
Exactly. So you're welcome.
Because Twitter's scum.
We talk about this every week. I know.
Yeah.
Speaking of, you can follow me on Twitter at KatieWrestling13. Great transition. In my bio, there's a link tree to take you to all things She Lead Showcase. Twitch.tv/She Lead Showcase. Typically Thursdays, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, unless something comes up. The YouTube, subscribe. We gotta
say it's mostly on my end.
It's fine. Excuse me. Our YouTube, please subscribe. We're slowly building up subscribers, and I really appreciate the people who are subscribing.
Please. For my birthday. My birthday's coming up, and it's on Easter, so you have to do it now.
Okay. She's out here demanding things now. But if you don't like the videos, which I don't know why you don't, they're a great time.
Who doesn't want to see this wall?
Who doesn't want to see
this awesome, or little Adam?
This awesome Black Lives Matter shirt.
Or my
Wolfpack
awesome
style.
Kenny Omega shirt.
There's so many things you could see if you watch the videos. But Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, if you like to listen. I have the latest Inside the Mind of with Queen PR from Those Wrestling Girls up. She's a wonderful human being. Love her to pieces. I'm so happy she did that with me. So that's up. This In the Crowd revamp is gonna happen in the next week or two. When? I don't know. Schedules seem to not be working out the way any of us want them to. It'll come out eventually. But I was on the latest Smackin' It Raw with Matt and Pretty Kyle. I was also on the latest episode, or not the latest episode, 2 episodes ago of Apron Bump Y'all, we're putting in the work. We're getting our names out there. I gotta pimp out Savannah more. We talked about it last week.
Yeah, and
Happen.
I need to talk to my friend Daniel because if I don't again I don't know when the next New Japan Takeover show is gonna happen, but at least to add something in, I think I might do like a Q&A just of all things New Japan.
There you go.
But I want to do it with him just to get kind of like the way we converse and stuff. I want to
Yeah.
get a second opinion, or again we could have opposing opinions, the same opinion, whatever. So and then you can see firsthand how we fucking argue about Tanahashi and JY. It's very entertaining. So
There you go. So stay tuned for all of that stuff. We appreciate everyone watching, listening, supporting us in every way, shape, and possible. Um, yeah, everyone enjoy Elimination Chamber. Technically tomorrow, when this comes out on Friday, I will not be watching it. I hope Lita wins, even though I know she's not going to. But I hope Lita wins.
we can dream.
We can dream. But okay, bye.